If you're looking for a great place to start with diction and diction rules, there can be so many resources. So today I'm going to put together a video for you that helps you kind of understand some basic rules of diction and how to apply them to your cantor singing. Hey, I'm Jessica from the Spiritual Cantor, and let's get to it. The first rule that I have is one that is often overlooked. Do not pronounce R's, at least not when they're inside of a word or on the end of a word. When they're at the beginning, it's a little bit different scenario. So for example, when we sing the Our Father, Our Father who art in heaven, what I could do is sing it, Our Father who art in heaven. So there's 3 R's in that phrase. Or we could sing it as we kind of eliminate the R's a little bit and really don't pronounce them as well. Our Father who art in heaven. Now, which version sounds nicer to you? The first one might be okay if we're singing something like pop or country music to kind of keep the R's in the back of our throat and really grind them out. But for classical music and for church music, this is not that appropriate. And it sounds pretty amateur and just, again, popish or countryish and not what we're going for. Another example would be to use the R at the beginning of a word. So let's say, for example, rejoice. What I like to do with R's at the beginning of a phrase or a word is to kind of put a rejoice, rejoice, instead of putting a rejoice or rejoice. When you kind of do the sound, it keeps the sound at the back of the throat, and it doesn't really help with your resonance or your placement. So you really want to try to bring it forward as much as you can. Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice. So I'm slightly rolling the R, but not enough to where it really comes out with a drrr. It's just ada. Let us rejoice and be glad. When I use that ada, it really helps to bring, since I use it with my tongue and on the tips of my teeth there. Ada, ada, let us rejoice and be glad. It helps keep my sound forward and helps me to not swallow the sound too much. So those are kind of my tips for R's. So eliminate the R's at the end of a sentence. So power, say power, hot, Lord. Just kind of eliminate them or use a sound. Power, there's power in the blood. Father, art in heaven. Our Father. I do like to use when I use R. Our Father who art in heaven. So just a few things to remember about that rule with the R's. Rule number 2, don't forget to pronounce the ends of words. So this is really similar to the R, except for the R, you kind of want to leave off the R. With the rest of the consonants, you really want to add them on or put them into part of your pitch and add them onto the end so that they are a complete word. So for example, if I sing, again, Our Father, Our Father who art in. We might know what the melody is and know what people are singing, but if somebody has never heard that song before, they have no idea what you just said or sang. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, and so on and so forth. With the ends and the M's, they're going to be more of a closed humming sound at the end. So just make sure that you do them on the same pitch that you sang the rest of the word in, or the same pitch that is indicated in the music, and you'll be okay. With other consonants such as D, T, P, S, C, K, and L, they're a little bit more about the precision of it, not necessarily the pitch. L's and G's and the THs are also kind of included in that as well. For D, hallowed, hallowed, hallowed be thy name. T's, you would want to say something like against, against us. Say with the S. With P's, you're going to want to say help, help instead of help. Pascal, 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 feast. There's also several ones that are combinations of like RD and ST, and you're going to want to pronounce both of those. The same thing applies if I sing a psalm and don't add all the endings to the words. We're not going to get the clear picture of the actual psalm. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. It might sound a little exaggerated to you as a singer at first and kind of freak you out, but when you start articulating like this, having a microphone so close and having to expire more energy for the vowels really starts going down. And you'll see what I mean when I start going on to the other diction rules. Rule number 3. Diphthongs are something you really need to watch. So a diphthong is when there is kind of 2 vowel sounds in one word. A very simple example would be day, when you have the A and the E at the end, day. Too often we either go to the day too soon, the E and the day too soon, or it just gets really muddled and it's hard to know when should I sing this vowel and when and at what point should I switch and what point should I end the vowel altogether, things like that. So diphthong rules really help us figure out how to sing it without being confused and without other people having confusion, and also just to keep it clean and clear and classical sounding. We'll go back to our "This is the day the Lord has made" psalm. So this is a great example because it has day and rejoice. So ois, rejoice, is also oi, and day, they also have, those will be examples of diphthongs. And so let me just sing it like I would speak it, and then I'll kind of give you a couple different ways to approach that. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. So I did my best to pronounce both vowels in each of those words, day and rejoice. It became a little difficult, however, because the note was quicker than how fast I could actually get the vowels out, so it sounded a little funny. So the first thing that we can do in order to help this is a really simple thing. Either you can sing the word in its entirety and add a very quick E at the end. So, this is the day the Lord. Make sure you put the E, the. This is the day. This is the day the Lord has made. So right before you go to the, this is the day the Lord has made. That way we still know what the word is and you're not worrying about when you should switch from one vowel to the next. Same with, let us rejoice and be glad. So I kind of put a little extra emphasis on the ois just to help you figure out where the I part was. Let us rejoice and be glad. So don't put the oi part until you're getting ready to go to the next note and word of the phrase. Let us rejoice and be glad. That's one way you can navigate the diphthong rule and really be able to still sing with precision and effectiveness. The second way you can kind of go past a diphthong and kind of get rid of that problem vowel thing is to just eliminate the second vowel altogether. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. On day, I pretty well just kept it. This is the day. So keep it on the A. This is the day the Lord has made. So I didn't even put the day. I just said day, day. And that's a really easy way to kind of eliminate some of those problems when you come to day, especially day, way, pray, today, hooray, words like that especially. Let us rejoice, rejoice. You could just do choice. Let us rejoice and be glad. So rejoice is a little bit different in this example situation. The way that I really love using just the first vowel is especially when you're singing a descant. When you're singing a descant, it makes it that much harder to pronounce both vowels when you're in a high register. And so just keeping on the very first vowel will really help with that. So for the descant for this is the day the Lord has made. This is the day, be glad. So on that one, I did put day. I put the E at the very beginning, and it was so difficult for me to go day, be glad. I felt strained. It was hard to go to the B of be glad. It was hard to go to the B, and it also didn't sound as good as it could be. This is the day, be glad. That time I just used the A and day and went on, and it was so much easier to complete that descant without any issues.